Do.
What make you want to get into the spotlight right now?
Well, it's not getting into the spotlight. It's just honestly doing the things that I continue to do daily. It's advocating for individuals who need housing, advocating for, people.
I get so much a month, but everything is so high, I can't afford it.
And we're going to try to work with all of that because, again, my advocacy is for the individuals that I work with every single day. I'm an advocate for mentoring programs. So if the city of Dover, have residents that would sit there and want to come and help kids who need assistance with education, even at the People's Church.
Yeah.
There's an after-school program there that kids go to, and I'm getting my master's in social work. Keeping talent in the city of Dover requires making opportunities available. It requires that they're seeing this. They shouldn't be introduced to this behavior, so soon in life. It's just not, it's a concern.
Welcome back, guys. Today's another video, man. We still in Dover, Delaware. We still getting into the part of the scene of Dover, Delaware. The election is heating up. It getting close. We're like what, a few weeks away. It's in April. So guys, if you live in Dover, Delaware, and you register to vote, get out there and vote. If you didn't register to vote yet, what are you waiting for? Go get registered, man. So you been with me. Oh, there's crypto crafter. You been with me doing this video, right?
Yeah.
What your thoughts so far on the candidate that you seen for the election?
I kind of like the young boys so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with this one.
He talking about the last video, guys. If you haven't seen the last video, get up there. It will be coming up after this one. So you like the young kid better? You think he got a lot of potential?
Yeah.
But we're gonna be somebody a little different today. Miss Justina. All right, so we're gonna get to know her, see what she all about, and I'm sure she got good things that she want to bring to this city council. So we can find out more. All right. Anything you want to say before we get into this?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Hey, we're back at the People Church in Dover, Delaware. People Church organization helping a lot of people in the community, right? Also, there's a lady that actually work here, and she also worked on running for city council, Miss Justina, right?
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
Good.
How everything go with you so far?
So far, so good. Everything is going well. Day to day, everything continues to flow, and we keep, feet to the pavement doing the things that we need to do in the community. So everything is well.
That's pretty good, man. All right. So, people in Delaware, in Dover, it's election season, right? And you part of the city council member that is running, right?
I am.
For District 1, right?
Yes, sir.
So, for people who don't know you yet in Dover, can you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell them what you do?
So my name is Justina Brinkley. I am a resident of the city of Dover. I've been here for about 3 years in the place that I reside right now, but I have been a resident of Dover on and off since 2003, 2005. We were a military family that moved here, and we stayed here. I left for about a year just to get my degree in behavioral sciences, but again, I returned back here because Dover is where the heart is.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you this, right? I seen your profile, right? You do a lot of work behind the scene.
I do.
What make you want to get into the spotlight right now?
Well, it's not getting into the spotlight. It's just honestly doing the things that I continue to do daily. It's advocating for individuals who need housing, advocating for, people who have food insecurities, just advocating for, bringing better opportunities to the city of Dover for the individuals who can't speak for themselves. So it's not, just getting into the spotlight. It's assisting, individuals like myself and individuals who have gone through the things that I've gone through, with things that they're shielded from or they're not, informed of.
So, what unique experience do you think you can bring to the city council? that will affect the everyday citizen of Dover?
So open-mindedness, transparency, the ability to be proactive on things. I feel that currently right now our city government, they're not as proactive, they're more reactive to things that's going on within the community. So for me, it's knowledge of, the way that our city disparities are, knowledge of, how to bring more of a holistic approach to the situations and the things that our residents are going through, especially, in District 1.
In District 1. All right. So is this your first time running for public office? Or?
This is my first time running for city council, yes, for public office.
So why you picked Dover to be your first experience?
Because I'm here, in Dover. Sometimes we don't know when the right time is going to be, to run for something. But when you're not happy with the way that things are going, and you know that you can make a change in a position, you sit there and you apply yourself to it, and you run for it.
All right. So when you get elected, right? What 3 things you gonna bring to the city council that will help the citizen?
Well, the cry from the public is transparency, better public safety, and budget management. Transparency, the city council needs to be more transparent in the ways that they, present information to the community. We can't have these secret meetings, we have to be able to inform individuals exactly what's going on in the community. When it comes to the budget management, our budget is very, 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 it's dense, it's not there. Yet we continue to, how you doing, sir?
People.
That's right. But the budget it's not, it's very, we don't have the money. There's many deficiencies inside of our budget. Our audits are not made available to the public. It's a lot of, it's a lot of things that we sit there and it's just a lot of wasteful spending when it comes to, the budget. We need a zero-based budget. Everything has to be clear, concise, and we have to see exactly where the money is going. And as far as our public safety is going, we need to be able to set up a open communication, open dialogue with our police force. We need to make sure that our police force is getting what they need in order to be out here in the communities with our residents. When you don't have, all those 3 things combined, you have a lot of mistrust within our community between the residents, and we have, and city council and the police force. We need to have them in our communities, going up and down the streets. It has to be more of a police presence. Again, we have to make sure that our fire departments, our police, our EMS have the things that they need, but we need to do it in a manner to where our budget fits, and that individuals, in all districts feel safe.
So you have a lot of experience with housing, right? That's what you do if you're not running, right? That's your specialty, right? The homeless situation in Dover is getting a little bit higher. A lot of people can't afford houses no more, and I seen a lot of abandoned building, right? What the city, if you get into office, right? What would you do as a member to turn these empty houses into temporary housing for people who really need it?
Again, we have to turn it into a holistic approach. There is not one solution that'll sit there and fix every single, housing crisis or housing situation. We have to see what's available inside of the city. We have to see how funding can sit there and be implemented to build more shelters, how we can sit there and, create opportunities for housing. And again, it would be affordable housing. I'm all for affordable housing. We have to speak with legislators. We have to make sure that, we do away with this. Individual has to make 3 times, the rent in order to rent to move into a place. Those are barriers for people who are low, moderate income individuals. So for me, again, it's seeing what properties are out there. Again, it's not something that one person themselves can sit there and remedy. It would take more, individuals or like-minded individuals to bring a solution to, our homeless crisis.
All right, man. Like every city the downtown area is always important to every city, right? That's why the local come and mingle, shop, and do everything. What's your vision for the downtown area of Dover, Delaware?
Well, we have the DDP that's going on, and I'm all for, the area being revitalized. I'm all for the area being updated. But in the updating, we need to make sure that we're having business owners come here that's not just leaving after 6 months because the funding is not here, the crime is going on, and that activities are happening in front of their businesses, and they're, not having individuals who might want to come inside the, let's just say for Lockerman, for that thing. We don't want individuals not being able to visit or frequent the area because of the activity. So again, I'm all for it. But again, it comes with, when they do come here, when they start building, how many opportunities are they gonna, present for individuals who are here already? Are they employing individuals, to learn a trade when it comes to building these buildings? Again, when they're building, for housing, for instance. I think the right questions need to start being asked as how many, income-based housing is going to be put inside of these places, that we're building. We have to look out for the individuals in Dover. We can't just bring individuals to the city of Dover but not take care of the issues that we're facing here.
That's pretty good. All right, you talk about safety, right? So working with the police when you become a member, right? What safety measure will you accept?
Say it again, please. I'm sorry.
I said when you working with the police when you become a city member, right? What specific safety measure will you accept?
So as far as safety measures, again, police officers, they need to be present in the community. We can't have police officers sitting inside of parking lots where there's no, activity going on. There's been many videos around where individuals, they will sit there and they're displaying in certain behaviors, but when the police comes, they disperse. So the behavior that I would accept is, police actually being there, police being, the trusted entity inside the city government as well as city government. Police being, trained appropriately so that individuals who have mental health issues, are not feeling slighted or not being treated, inappropriately. And it just goes back to community-oriented policing. We have to get our police force, aligned with the population that we have here in Dover, and it's a crisis.
That's pretty cool, man. So now we talk about business, right? Because people, I'm sorry, let's talk about business, right? People need jobs, right?
They do.
What would you do as a city member to improve on small businesses to come into town?
It's honestly all about advertising. We have to give incentives for individuals to come here without hurting the budget. Again, within the next 2 to 3 years, our budget is going to be in a deficit if we don't sit there and we don't bring funding or grants to the city of Dover. So, incentives for our business owners to come here, whether we're waiving, permit fees, as long as it's not hurting the budget and as long as it's allowing growth for the city of Dover.
Well, that's pretty good, man.
Yes.
Since the early 2003 era. So you've seen Dover for a long time. What improvement you think you're gonna bring, or what improvement you think the city needs?
The city needs a lot of improvement. Again, most businesses here on Lockerman Street, for instance, they're closed down because of the crime. They're closed down for, various reasons. And I'll just say, when I first came here, I decided to move to Dover. Back then, we were a military family. We moved here because it was a family-oriented area, and it was a place that I wanted to raise my kids. We were able to walk up and down Lockerman Street. We were able to go to the parks. We were able to partake in, so many things, activities that Dover had, but we can't do that so much now. So we have to open up, the doors for community members to benefit from, doing activities inside the city of Dover. We have to sit there and we have to, create some type of mutuality between business owners, again, and city of Dover and individuals that may want to come and visit. We have to make Dover live again to where people will want to come down here, spend money, invest in our community, and feel safe doing it. Because again, individuals don't feel safe coming down to the city. They don't feel, like this is they feel like, in other words, it's whack. So we have to sit there and we have to, you know, it is important to revitalize. It is important to build. But again, at what cost? We have to sit there and make sure that as city council members, that we're assisting with bringing, you know, bringing life back into the city of Dover.
Yeah. Talk about education. Education is very important, especially when it
Very.
comes down to the youth, right?
Very.
Now, I have a son. He started school at an early age, early start program, right? But that's something that I have to put money into, right? What happened? And he's doing pretty well right now. But what happened to the family that don't have the effort to put money into it? What the city doing to help with the early kid, early child care?
Well, again, it's important for City of Dover to have a grant writer so that we can put in for grants that can help with education, can help the schools, you know, provide services for individuals who may not necessarily be, you know, financially stable to get the educational services that they need. We need to be able to be there for those schools and those families and those students. I'm an advocate for mentoring programs. So if the City of Dover, you know, have residents that will sit there and want to come and help kids who need assistance with education, even at the People's Church.
Yeah.
There's an after-school program there that kids go to, you know, and it's free. So for me, talking to, you know, the school administration, talking to superintendents to see how the City of Dover can be of assistance in our capital school districts and, you know, be assistance to our teachers.
All right. See, Delaware is growing. It's getting bigger, right?
It is.
A lot of people is moving into town from other cities, right? And a lot of good people, don't get me wrong. But sometimes that comes with crime too, right? How we always address that?
Well, I always believe that everywhere we go is a melting pot of individuals from different places.
Yeah.
I was born in North Carolina and I grew up in New York.
Wow.
You know, when we came, we went to Jersey because, again, the military, but then
Yeah.
we moved here to Dover where this was our final resting place. So for me, again, police presence is important.
More police on the street.
If police need more individuals on the street, yes, absolutely. But again, we have to make sure that the budget can allot for that. We can't just continue to put police out there and then not be utilized for what it was intended. Again, we have to have a zero-based budget to where, hey guys, we have to have a zero-based budget to where we know exactly where every dollar is going in the City of Dover. And if we don't know where every dollar is going in the City of Dover, anything could happen with the funding.
All right.
So we definitely have to pay more attention to everything that's going on in Dover, not just be reactive when things occur.
Yeah, that's true. And another thing, we got a lot of colleges around here, right?
We do.
A lot of kids come from out of state to
Yes, they
come here, right? What is city doing to keep some of that talent when they graduate?
Well, that's one of those things that, and it's the responsibility, I would say, of the colleges as well. I'm a student at Delaware State University currently, and I'm getting my master's in social work. Keeping talent in the City of Dover requires, you know, making opportunities available. It requires being competitive with other cities and states for talent. If we want the best, you know, we have to pour into, you know, individuals that's in college.
All right. Talk about immigration. Of course, it's a federal level thing, but you still run it into a local office. You still got some kind of effect, right?
We do.
What will you do to enforce the law or protect the people or something?
Well, when it comes to immigration, I'm not, my granddad was Portuguese. So if my granddad had not immigrated here, I would not be here today. I'm about following the laws. No, you're fine. I'm past Department of Corrections, so I believe in enforcing the law. I believe, you know, rules are there for a reason. So if ICE decided that they wanted to come to Dover, you know, it's their job, it's their responsibility to do what they have to do.
Another big one, I usually don't do the federal talk too much, but it's another big one. DEI too. And it's leaving right now, being out the system. That's something that's been around since the 60s, right? How will you get into office? What will you do to protect individual we used to rely on that system to get ahead.
So what was beautiful to me, and I will be honest, when Dr. Sudler stated that he hopes that the city of Dover continues to have DEI, present in the city of Dover. That's one of the best things that the city of Dover can do, because DEI allows for individuals who are, you okay?
Yeah, I'm right.
Okay. So DEI allows for individuals who would not normally obtain opportunities to get those opportunities. DEI allows for inclusion, in decision making. I mean, what better way to sit there and allow for individuals to, I don't want you to fall.
No, you're right.
What better way to allow for individuals to be included in decision making than, to continue to have DEI in place for our residents. It's important, no matter how, tedious or how our government right now makes it seem. DEI is very important.
All right, man. So you found out yet who you running against?
Yeah, I'm running against a gentleman named Mr. Floyd. He's a new candidate as well, and I'm also running against, or I'm running with, alongside Mr. Gerald Rocher.
Oh, yeah. So, how do you stand out among them two individuals?
Both individuals are great individuals. I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to bash. That's not one thing that I'm going to do, is bash. I take the high road on a lot of things, but I can say that from listening to the individuals in District 1, his, and I'm speaking of current council seat now, his voting has not been aligned with the things that we feel. Again, I would not have, I would have listened to the constituents. I would have listened to them when they discussed the stormwater water ordinance. I would have listened to them when it came to the energy bill. And I understand that it's a way to save on energy. It's a way to, for us to get more use out of electricity. And I know they say that they pay for fines and all that other good stuff, but I don't feel that he is listening to the individuals that's in District 1. How you doing?
How you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
What's this for?
It's for me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So I'm running for District 1. You're going over here.
I'm going to the church.
Yeah, I'll be there later on today. What happens is
Later on tonight?
yeah, I'll be there shortly. So I'm running for District 1 City Council. And my goal is to make change in Dover. Individuals are not happy with the way that things are going. And I've stated it in there before. People are not happy with the way things are going. So
Now you're with this, because we can't get anywhere to go. I get so much a month, but everything is so high, I can't afford it.
And we're going to try to work with all of that because, again, my advocacy is for the individuals that I work with every single day.
Oh, okay.
It is.
I'm John, by the way.
Hi, John. I met you before, John.
I know, it's been a
Inside
while.
of there.
So, apart from that, what other improvement you think the city need to do?
Oh. Do what now?
What other improvement?
What other improvements do you feel that the city needs right now, aside from housing?
That's about it, mainly the big one.
Okay.
Getting something for the homeless,
I agree. I definitely agree.
because there's a lot of them out here.
And we see them every single day. I agree. I do
Because
agree.
once this closes, we're back on the street. And that's in March.
It's in 34 days, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's a big issue, I think, right now is that. There's
And
a
how
lot
do
of-
you propose that the city should respond to the homeless crisis?
That's a good question. That's something I can't answer too good. Maybe somebody else can give you a better one. But
Yeah, well, I
right
think
now I
it's-
can't come up with a good one. But
Yeah.
I just know you need to help them.
Yeah, so for me, it's a lot of collaboration,
Yeah.
between different entities inside the city and state government. We need a solution to it. It's not going away. It's here. It's present. And we have to sit there and we have to provide housing.
Somebody's got to do something.
Somebody's got to do something. So, yeah.
I mean, even if you make it something affordable where we could pay a certain amount a month, it's better than what they got these. That been $1,200. That's a lot of money for somebody.
It is, especially for a person on a fixed income. You're right.
And I'm 73, so I
You
only
look
get
good
so
for
much a month.
73. Okay, John.
Well, I get so much, and I can't
Yeah.
afford that. The time you pay that, you ain't got nothing left to
I
pay your
agree.
electric or nothing.
I agree. And what you're saying is a lot of what a lot of families out here are saying. You know, we have to find a remedy to it ASAP.
Someone should find a remedy for it.
I agree. I definitely agree. So look,
right.
I agree with you. I mean, it's not, anything that can be fixed overnight, but
No,
with time.
it's gonna take time. but
Yeah,
it
with
can be
time, I
done
just
if
hope
it's
that it can
just
be
work
remedied.
together.
I agree. Collaboration. I agree. I do agree.
All right, thank you,
See-
Chief.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you,
Only
man.
reason
And
I'm
I'll
using
see
this
you
'cause
inside
I got
there.
a knee replacement I had twice on one knee, and it gave me a little trouble in my hip.
Mm-hmm.
It's more or less my walker, but I do use it as a chair now and then.
All right.
You guys have a good day.
Yeah,
You
you
too.
too.
See you shortly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. One more thing I gotta speak on, right? When it comes down to the drugs problem going on not just the Delaware, but in the country, but we're focusing on Dover right now. What rules and laws were you put in place to help the drugs problem that going on?
The drug problem.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say police presence is everything. We have to have our police out there. We have to have them on the.
No program, no nothing, no education.
There is education for individuals. Again, we send people to rehab all the time here,
Yeah.
and the hopes is that they'll stay there and they'll turn their lives around. It comes with a lot of patience. It comes with a lot of education. It comes with a lot of providing resources for individuals who may want to get out of the game and can't get out of the game for whatever reasons. Again, it's a holistic approach to most of the issues that we have in the city of Dover. So again, police presence, like you said, education. Again, for me, it would be providing resources and getting individuals, the services that they need so that they can stop, the crisis and the pandemic of utilizing drugs, obtaining drugs. And again, it's not as easy as we would like for it to be. But we have to start somewhere.
All right. So by the time your term is over, right? When you get elected this April, get out there and vote, guys. If you live in Dover, Delaware, what do you hope to accomplish?
I hope to accomplish better housing. I hope to accomplish being more of a proactive individual when it comes to the way that things are run in city government. I hope to have City of Dover flourishing with income. Again, we need a grant writer. We need the city to have money so we can stay out of the pockets of individuals who are struggling already to pay rent, to buy food and things like that. Like I said, my feet are on the ground. I feed families often, and I emailed you before and I told you that for me it's heartbreaking to sit there and have a family crying at the door because somebody that they don't know is bringing them food, or somebody's helping them pay a light bill just to keep the family together so that the state doesn't come take their kids. So for me, I hope to have resources as such in place, or more resources as such in place, so that families can stay together.
All right, man. So will you still continue your work at the People Church when you're gonna
Absolutely. It's not gonna stop. But I do it because I love it. I love Dover. I love the people of Dover. I want change. I'm here for solutions, and we have to figure this out. So no, am I gonna stop the things that I'm doing? Absolutely not. I'm not gonna stop anything that I'm currently doing, and it goes deeper than the People's Church. I'm different places, food bank, different places. So no, it's not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop.
All right.
Kids are walking home from school and individuals, are having sexual relations inside the street. So it's a concern that that they're seeing this. They shouldn't be introduced to this behavior, so soon in life. It's just not. It's a concern. It's definitely a concern, and we need police.
Right. You talk about, like, if you look at New York City, right? You see cops all on the street,
They're-
walking around the
Yes.
street, 2 or 3. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, that thing happened down here.
Well,
This
once
is
upon
such
a
little
time it
city.
did. Once upon a time it did happen here in Dover. They had
Yeah.
officers that was on foot patrol. They even had the cadets out there on foot patrol. They had them riding bikes. I think police presence, as I stated before, is very important. It's very important. And if we have police presence, some of the things that's going on now, it wouldn't be occurring. So we need police feet on the ground, just like, you know, in other states.
Yeah, I spoke to a lot of people that own businesses on the block over there on Lackerman. That's what they want, police presence.
They want
Just
police
walking-
presence.
Not just driving, just walking around, get to know the local that live.
But again, police have to have the tools that they need in order to sit there and address these situations. They have to have the tools that they need in order, or the resources that they need in order to walk up and down. You know, if they don't have enough police officers, you know, we can't sit there and put that much of a emphasis on, you know, they need to be present. Let's get these officers the things that they need, you know, and again, we just have to be mindful of the budget. We have to be mindful of the budget. We can't continue to go millions of dollars, you know, in debt, you know, and it goes back to transparency. We need that zero-based budget so that we know exactly where everything is going.
All right.
You know, trying to make it, and I understand that contracts are contracts and you can't, and there's liability. There's, you know, a lot of different things that we have to take, you know, under consideration. But how many jobs are you providing to individuals that are here in Dover? This funding that we're providing from city budget, it can assist individuals, you know, when it comes to learning a skill. You know, back when I was in school, they had a place called BOCES in New York, and you would sit there and you would learn the skill, even on the job training. It's the same thing. We want to sit there, we want to provide these opportunities for the people of the city of Dover. Don't just call people from out of state, you know, to sit there and help build something that the city of Dover, the only way that, well, the residents of Dover, the only way that they'll sit there and benefit from it is, you know, when they're coming down there to spend their money on something. We have to be able to, you know, ask the correct questions when we're building these contracts with these, the developers.
Right. You spoke on transparency when we first started, right? I don't think a lot of people in Dover know that election going on actually. How we up over the get the word out there to the people?
Well,
Apart
for
from
me
this,
personally,
but-
yeah, for me personally, I have been out there knocking on doors, letting individuals know that it's going to be April 15th. I have been utilizing social media. Everywhere I go, I'm speaking on it. You tell one person, hopefully another person will tell another person. It's word of mouth. It's being present in the community. You know, it's making individuals informed.
Oh, wow. So is there any last word you want to say to the people? Or?
Come out, vote April 15th. Dover needs a change, and if I'm the change or the person that you feel, you know, that I may be for the city of Dover, I ask that you vote for Justina Brinkley. Again, I want change for Dover, and my main concern is the constituents. You want to talk, we can talk. We can have dialogue, conversation on how you want to see Dover progress.
All right, guys. Hey, guys, if you're from Dover, Delaware, watching it, get out there and vote. If you watch this video all the way to this point, you already know you're a citizen. Thank you for talking to me.
I thank you. I appreciate